to expect.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the World Series of Poker 2014 at the Rio Hotel. It's time to rap!
I don't have it in my mind like it's gonna be this crushing 8 Mile moment like some of my friends seem to think.
And now, introducing first, rapping out of the blue corner, Alex Assassinato, it's Gerald!
You know, when you do something, you gotta work your way up.
Endless respect to him for stepping up and wanting to give it a crack.
If you're learning how to snowboard, sometimes it's like maybe you should just go up to that like highest part of the mountain and go down, you know?
I have tons of respect for him as a writer in general, so I definitely expect a high level of writing.
And I don't really want to pussyfoot around, so you know, it's a real honor to be able to do it on this stage.
And his opponent, out of the red corner, Pete the Saurus Morris.
His rounds are like calibrated to the second.
I've been looking forward to it for longer than the year that it's been in the making. Just being able to somehow bridge the gap between two things that I'm probably the most passionate about in my life. A lot of opponents have brought up poker material to me. The reason I don't or haven't responded or rebutted to it very thoroughly is because the general battle scene wouldn't really be able to grasp the point that I would want to convey poker-wise. It really does open a new door, and I mean, I can't be happier about it. Hopefully this, you know, can help get something like that going.
So I got the Saurus as my first opponent in YouTube rhyming. This is wonderful. Like giving a 7-year-old a copy of Punch-Out and telling him he can only go up against Mike Tyson. But fuck this, Saurus. I'm the monster in this industry. You're finally facing reality. I said, fuck this, Saurus. $3 million is my known salary, so you trying to step to me is sad to see. I'll punch you in your fucking swag because I'm everything that you're not, and everything you dream about in life I already got. So you can call me Jenny McCarthy's disciple the way I'm turning down your shot. Hey, Jeff Madsen's here, right? You all don't know this. You all don't know this, but for Jeff, this is a very special night because for the first time in his life, he gets to hear what real rap sounds like. Let's go. And I'm glad that Prahlad Freeman got cleaned out by his multi-ethnic wife. Now, holy shit.
That was better than any last time.
Now see, Saurus, you're in for a bad day because I'm poker's bad guy. I don't give a fuck what any of these little shits told you to say, because not one of them has the nerve to do it while looking me in the eye. He's just a faceless fat fuck fronting at tournaments in a hoodie, always taking cell phone pictures with his homies smoking a doobie. Look, I get it, Saurus. American tournament players smoke weed. It's not true. American tournament players smoke weed. It's not fucking new, all right? Take a motherfucking selfie with Shane Schlager's crack pipe if you bitches still so desperately want my Facebook like. And you gotta stop direct messaging me on Twitter, bitch. You're getting kind of obsessed. No one wants to rail your fucking $3 rebuy. You gotta stop direct messaging me on Twitter, bitch. You're getting kind of obsessed. No one wants to rail your fucking $3 rebuy. Lick these balls if you want a real sweat. And I'm pretty sure when Jason Somerville came out, he was wearing those exact same shorts you swag. Seriously, Legendary Clothing is the fucking wackest brand. The face I had when you tried to dump on me that whack-ass swag is the exact same face that Liv Marie has every single time she has to talk to a fan. See, the Saurus knew when he took this battle he was playing a dangerous game with his life, like Russian roulette with 5 bullets loaded. He screams 1 time and I pull that motherfucker twice. Yeah, I say stupid shit when I get on stage. Y'all can call me Kramer, and all my gun bars are Junior Seau obvious. They all no-brainers. Or maybe Peter here wants to get private piled. See, that's a real no-brainer. See, everything I spit harder, your shit lamer. And you can win the world championship 3 times, I'll still be there to take it from you all the same. What I'm trying to say is I'll have you squandering all the fortune and fame. So go ahead, you might be as good as Stu Unger one day, but I'll always be there to rob you. Call me Stu Unger's cocaine.
Let's go. All right, look. In your game, I'm an up-and-comer while you've won a couple mil. But for me, hold up. In your world, I'm an up-and-comer while you've won a couple mil. But for me, money isn't poker's #1 appeal. It's the mind games, math, luck, plus a bit of skill, coupled with a chance to beat the best. Now shuffle up and deal. I feel like we're playing heads up. It gets way deeper, because I'm first to act and I don't want to check raise either. Now I'm going on a 10K heater, running so hot I think the debt gave the dealer dengue fever. He's eager for an upswing, because his play ain't profiting. So he thought he'd raise the stakes and get a payday off of me. But if you won today, that'd be a grade A robbery, just not on my account like JJ Prodigy. Honestly, your days are finished. Every word I say is vivid. Lines are tighter than my table image when I'm playing limit. I'm trying to do more than flip, boy. I play to win it. Call me captain, brought a boat and I came to ship it. Wait a minute, now you're acting apprehensively. Asking me for betting every time the action's checked to me. You wouldn't win this battle if it happened accidentally. The sickest ever. I'm Griffin Benger, more than just your average entity. I have telepathy. That's another massive edge for me. To use every hand that I'm dealt to match your weaponry. I'll jab directly in his stomach like an appendectomy, so if you catch a gut shot, there ain't no added equity. You tested me, now the action is on you, and I got a soul read like Daniel Negreanu. So no, if I happen to call you, you're probably drawing dead like your PCA hand with Shawan Lu. For real, like 40 bigs with King 10? Now that's a lot to mishandle. But he was just a 3-2 dog, so it's not a big gamble. Me, I'm Uncle Jesse. Full House got you dismantled. You're stuck with a flush like Borgata's chip scandal. See, poker needs a new ambassador. Today you found today they found the messenger. If we play for bankrolls, I'm taking out your register. Punchline king, crown the emperor. I'll turn the world's most proud competitor to a bigger coward than Howard Lederer.
So before this battle, he was like, "You're not a real poker player, Alex. You're doing too much coaching." And I'm like, "Word." Because after all, in the stock market, there's no such thing as consulting. But some of you all troll me so bad, it's fucking revolting. I'm glad to see the game seizing up on you. I live to see you convulsing as you pay the cost for your Rick Ross liftoff flossing. And he called me a choke artist before this battle. You're right, Saurus, I'm a choke artist. Emphasis on artist like I'm a student of it. And we're gonna have his larynx Breaking Bad with the ricin and shit as we keep this a strict 206 and have this bitch choking on his own vomit like he was Jimi Hendrix. See my rhyme scheme, sick 'em like a bad fever dream. 3D chess the way my training videos gleam. You ain't catching half the shit I say until 2 weeks after. Then my mind's your calf to uppercut your ass straight up into the rafters. See, I'm the native killing him. Next thing I'm gonna do is take his Greek scalp. You trying to convince me you're a real poker player is like Faraz Jaka trying to convince me he doesn't look like Alf.
That's hella funny.
See, I'm fucking over everybody in my perimeter. Call this a Mormon sect. You trying to convince me you're a real poker player? He's like Peter Griffin trying to convince me he doesn't look like Matt Affleck. 10 years he's been trying to get into this industry. But in this industry, you can't get rid of me. I'm this industry's monster. You just sound awkward when you talk to the people. Donald Sterling at a Public Enemy concert. Donald Sterling at a Public Enemy concert. And see, yeah, back when the game was pathetic, you were relevant, but Mr. Two-Time Champions look like a pale ghost since then. Let's just say it like it is, Saurus. Your battle rap's Jeff Madsen. All right, you let it go. All right, you go.
All right, look. Newsflash, now that you're done talking, you just lost. I can already tell from one drop you're not the end boss. But let's walk a step or two further than that, like when I owned him with 6 high for 2/3 of his stack. I just fold his 2.5 open, because I know if I 3x 3-bet, he'd see that as a bad omen. I'd rather go for max value, get your stack stolen, he'll barrel off thinking I can't know his exact holding. So based on the path chosen, he's fired 3 times, then I pile over river like my hand's golden, staring at the man frozen. Now we snap folding because he doesn't want to be in the view like Dan Coleman. I'm that cold with my pen, I paint a scene. I'm like Ernest Hemingway in a heavyweight MC. Your chips keep getting taken cause I've read you A to Z. Now I'm rushing to the cage like Teddy KGB. Just wait and see. This is the game ender. If you want to play hands, I'm way better than Mayweather. It's funny how you gave lectures like you're the game's expert when stepping up to me is the biggest punt I've seen since Shane Leckler. Great effort though. You got some punch power, but what good are 2 bullets when you run out of gunpowder? It's rush hour. I'm never gonna run out of luck now like some clown that sucks out a 1-outer. What's up now? I'm a tournament threat, and I own this ring like a circuit event. I've learned from the best, and now I think it's helping me out to show no mercy. Eh? Is a bell ringing now? See, folks were telling me how my chances may be seldom, because he's played 10 million hands in every game we've dealt him. But when it comes to live play, you'll see me felt him, because he's just known for being coached like Craig T. Nelson. Lord, please help him, because he's not lasting. I don't need y'all asking him to please stop rapping. I could take my fucking eyes closed, let the beat down happen, and take you down blind like pre-flop action. Time.
So in round 2, he gave me a little bit of it about my love for Christ, but that makes sense because the only thing this fat kid's ever prayed for the return of is that one tropical flavor of Mike and Ike's. The only thing he looks up to is his ice. He's Mr. Two-Time everything, always toting his championship rings. But what he doesn't know is that me and my crew are scoffing. We're like Christian knights from the old Crusades. We'll gut this fat fuck, and as he starts to fade, we're gonna cut those fingers off to put the rings in the next church offering. Hey, don't blame me. Listen to his CD. He's Satan's seed. It's not my fault he acts like he's condemned, and I'm gonna laugh my ass off while I watch those digits fall off faster than little hold-up. See, I'm that feeling you got down your spine that one time you read Dana Gordon's last post all on its own. And I'm sick like the last thoughts of Viral the Virus right before he took that last hit to the dome. See, the truth is, Source, to these kids, I'm like reality, something every single one of them's got to deal with. But you, bitch, you ain't shit. You just gassed up like the last punk got put in Auschwitz right after I pulled the kill switch. See, I started lower and reached higher with a flame that can never be tamed or understood. Between you and me, I'm the real Greek fire. Check the history, there's no comparing him to me. 1988, I'm born in the ice and northern lights of small town Alaska. 1907, he's born in Pebble Beach, California. Age 19, I'm in $1 million condo atop Seoul, South Korea. You at 19, junior college theater class giving fat goth chicks gonorrhea. You at 32, begging for a 10-weight chop in a daily Venetian. Me at 22, San Remo, Italy, turning down a chop, playing for north of 2 million. Me at 25, consulting comps, appearance fees, variance free, and nobody can fuck with me. You, every day of your life, Pete, you're still wondering what color hoodie and Beats headphones best represents my personality. Me at 26, homeowner up in the foothills of Costa Rica. You at this age? I guess some dreams just don't work out, Peter. I guess you just took one too many breathers. And you can't blame anybody else either. Look, I know your financial situation, and I would never put that shit on blast because I'm a different type of professional than that, and I think that sort of shit is whack. But this WSOP does not come from your poker or battling money, which is pretty fucking weird because you're not backed. And you were in poker and battling before everybody, and that's the fact. So you should have racks on stacks, but over a decade you failed to adapt because drive and ambition is something that you lack. Look, me bragging about my money is unseemly, gaudy, and not quite godly, but real talk, fam, I've done the math. You'd have to grind till you're 2040 to catch up to me at 23. So I really don't give a fuck about any of your idolized prodigies, and I really don't care about who's on the rankings or who's on TV, because half of these brats on the side are asking to borrow some of my money. Don't believe these fucking wannabes. They're balling away all their opportunities. And he's supposed to be a real rapper, but he couldn't take care of a rookie in 3. But I guess we shouldn't be surprised, Pete, that once again you failed when faced with the reality of this poker industry.
Okay. Okay. You try to brag about the house you own. You must be smoking reefer. I hate to break it to you, bro. It takes $200 to own a mansion in Costa Rica. I'll show you what I'm all about, buddy. It sounds funny. No ace up my sleeve, just a hand in my pants like Al Bundy. Fade every out when you think you've outdone me. Now you call me Hugh Laurie because I'm playing with house money. I hit the ground running and you've never gotten close. This ain't a battle, it's Phil Jackson against a college coach. As far as poker, today you're drawing dead to my approach. This is Ivy's eyes against one of Kevin Pollak's jokes. It's not a hoax. Every line from me that's spoken stays over your head like 3-bet clothing. So keep check folding. That's just more for me to earn. I'm trying to make $2 million in 2 months if I'm being stern. I speak in terms that go above the average listener. I'm like a mathematician, mix and matching integers. I have to finish them, so let me add my signature. That's run it twice. Man, you're gonna wish you battled Isildur. I was pretty sure I had this one before the camera's on, but now the action's on me, so I should warn the Amazon that your strategy is great, but you're so boring, bland, and calm that I'd rather get analysis from Norman, Chad, and Lon. Your chance is gone. There ain't no more threat like a Gulf War vet, so don't hold your breath. But I'm still looking stronger than an old Corvette. When I squeeze from the button with a cold 4-bet, I'm so close to this win I can taste it. It's like the IRS told Jamie Gold, give me the bracelet. Basically, I've been spending all night waiting just to make a bigger comeback than online gaming. So stop that hating, bro. I've showed you hard facts. Told a story through my verse. Part poker, part rap. Now all I want to really do is start over off scratch. So for the love of God, can America get poker stars back? Time.
Anyway, so might as well.
I feel good. I had like one stumble that I can remember. I mean, the opening line when I forgot my second line and had to restart, that was more like a rhythmic thing, a tempo thing. But there was one line in the second round that I forgot, or at least stumbled on for a second. Other than that, I'm really happy, and I thought both of our thirds came out like the cleanest for sure. And Bruce Buffer introduced us. Win.
I just didn't want to disrespect him and come with some lame stuff, so I wrote all the material, but I was really honestly scared. But I figured I was free rolling because, you know, nobody really expected anything out of me.
Honestly, he not only performed more comfortably and at a higher level than I expected, the writing was there, which I expected out of him, knowing what he's capable of as a writer.
I was terrified, but you know, I gotta stop using bad words.
But what impressed me the most was the high energy and being able to fill the room with his voice for it being his first battle, because it's usually most people when they first come into it, they go too small for the crowd or the like environment that they're given.
I just really wanted to go out there and have fun and try to make it fun for the poker community.
He understood that it's way better to go bigger than to go small, and it worked perfectly. All of his jokes hit, like the spots that they were supposed to, they were delivered in a, you know, comic timing fashion the way they're supposed to be. I'm super stoked with how it came out. I can't wait to see when it goes up.
He could have shredded me here, but he like coached me up before the battle. He was like, he wanted a better product for poker. He wanted a better product for the community, you know what I mean? And he coached me up a bit, and he used lines that displayed he's the better rapper, the seasoned rapper. And like they cut when he wanted to cut, but he was clinical. He didn't go too far. You know what I mean?
I'm just really glad that we had the opportunity to do it, and we're able to make somewhat of a crossover. I can't wait for the next one.